Hang it up a little bit. There we go. Pull this back. Whew, I'm looking shaggy. I need to trim up, huh? Tell you what, let's try this. Y'all about to go for a ride. What's up, McGee? There, that's probably a little better. Y'all ain't looking up my nose or nothing. A little bit more. There we go. That's a little better. What's up, Brandon? Oh, you know what? Might help. I'm a dummy. You big dummy. Sitting in a waiting room. What you waiting on? Let's see. All right. Did that microphone kick in? Is that a little bit better? Says it's on. Well, I hope everything's all right, Spence. Old McGee, my guy. Like button average. I can't even talk today. Like button activated. What's up, John? Doctor's outpatient. Well, man, I hope everything's all right. I got some news a little while ago about my mom. She's sick, not feeling good, was throwing up all day yesterday and stuff, and she hasn't gotten sick since last night or yesterday afternoon, but hopefully it's just a stomach virus. So today I'm out in the shop. I'm sure a lot of people already saw my short, the mallets I made last night. But today I am uh, finishing another keepsake box that I started, and I am at the finish line for it. About ready to put the finish on it and wipe down the dust, let it fill those pores. I like this little bit of live edge right here, so I left it. But this is going to be a pretty box. I think this one I'll do some dividers and stuff in it with the leftover key out that I've got. What's up, Suzanne? Mineheart. But yeah, this is that zebra wood. This is same zebra wood that I made the mallet from, and the other two mallets. I went and put those inside. Hey, Emily. So yeah, I figured I'd hop online and let everybody uh, see everybody's favorite part, and that is applying the first coat of finish and just watching it pop. But this zebra wood is just gorgeous. And of course, I do the same thing that BV does and suede flock the bottoms and all that good stuff. What's up, Steve? I just put, this is the Kiot top. The thing is, Kiot's probably the softest hardwood I've ever worked with. You have to be real careful with it. But got the Kiot top recessed and cherry handle. So I'm curious to see how that's going to look once it gets the finish on it. Yeah, that's going to be nice. So what's everybody else up to today? Yeah, Emily, I've been busy in the shop this morning and didn't get a chance to do it. I had a couple phone calls to make and other stuff, and my bad. Finishing up some lunch. I haven't eaten anything yet today. I probably ought to. My wife gets mad at me for that crap because I won't eat all day long, and by 3 or 4 o'clock, I'm like, well, I guess I got to eat something. Leaving within the hour to go home and girl, I bet you are counting down the seconds to unass that place and leave. So, hey, Meinhardt, when you get done with yours, you gonna come help me finish mine that I've been sitting on for 6 months? What's up, Keith? Grr. Everybody needs some saw therapy. Everybody. I mean, it doesn't feel like a good day unless you cut something. Wood, that is. Wood. What's going on, Norm? My main man, Norm. Oh, BV popped in there. Good. Yeah, BV likes to do that. He likes to pop in people live and say hi and hang out for a minute. That's one thing about the dude. He is supportive of the community he's built. That's for sure. There's no doubt. I don't cut myself every day, Norm. I cut the cheese every now and then. Wife don't like that too much. Yeah, that's one of his favorite little emojis, Emily. He likes the looking eyes. What's going on, Roy? How are you today, sir? I'm just letting a few people hop in and everything before I wanted to do it on live. You know, it's everybody's favorite part of a project is putting the finish on and watching that wood pop for the first time come to life. So this is the zebra wood box I just made. You see a little bit better with the grain. And I got a little sanding left to do up on the top here where I did the glue up. But other than that, it's ready. But my boss scheduled a 6 hour meeting. Good Lord. I'll tell you what, man, everybody's got the bug to go live here lately. Every time I start to think about, well, I'm going to go ahead and go live, someone else does. I'm like, well, dadgummit, I don't want to interrupt theirs, and overlap, draw people away or whatever, and drives me nuts. I'm like, well, dadgum, everybody's gotten the bug. I mean, it's awesome. Don't get me wrong. It's fantastic. But, because I want to be there and watch everybody else's too. That's why I didn't go live yesterday. I was too engrossed and involved in watching everybody else. I was too interested in that. What's up, Mr. Steve Gatlin? Pappy? Trying to work out the OBS on the laptop is very difficult. OBS, what do you mean OBS? You're going to have to help me out on that one. Because OBS for me says that's the system we used for Ford, I think it was, when I was oh, it's a streaming app. Okay. OBS for me was a different thing. With onboard diagnostics and stuff like that for automotive stuff. Sorry, I'm not disappearing. I'm just making space to put the camera so I can pop y'all over here when I apply the finish. Making space. Because I've got too much crap on my table over here. Too much crap. I need more shelving space. But isn't that a problem everybody's got? Need more space. Open broadcast. God, I can't talk today. Open broadcast software. Journal news on Monday. Very good friend diagnosed with cancer. They started chemotherapy. Oh man, Roy, I hate to hear that, my friend. I will definitely put them in my prayers. Wayne, no. Man, if y'all haven't seen the stuff that Wayne's putting up, y'all need to go check it out. He's starting to put up some content, some good stuff. The dude's funny, got a great sense of humor. Go check him out. You know, he to try to remember Happy Ass's name, he had to smack his own ass like 3 times. What's up, David? How you doing, my friend? Sorry I missed your live this morning. I've been in the others, but I was a little tied up this morning. I had some stuff to do. Banner in a place in Columbia, Missouri, eating grub. Maybe you'll be on live from a lengthy drive. How long a drive you got? I mean, I can turn this into like talk radio kind of thing if you need to. I mean, that's cool. I need the watch hours. I mean, I guess I really don't need the watch hours because I really don't plan to monetize, but for a few reasons. And no, it's not to just avoid the abuse of people like Norman Moyot. Let's just say I don't want to screw up my disability. Because that's guaranteed, and YouTube stuff is not. Hey, Cheryl? He says he didn't know he was live until, until an hour into it. Well, did you not tell him, Emily? You got to tell the man when you're live. You have a military disability, YouTube won't affect it. Really? So, like, my left leg is 70% paralyzed. I've got spinal issues, daily fevers, headaches, all that bull crap. I generally walk with a cane. That's why they put me on. Took me 2 years to get it. So, any YouTube income, it won't knock me out of, because they told me I can't make more than $1,000 a month without them deducting their stuff. And then if I make $1,000 a month for 9 months, they kick me off completely. That's why with the woodworking stuff, if I'm getting close to that, which I haven't come anywhere close to that yet, if I get close to that, I cancel. Um, I cancel a market, which really the only time that ever gets to be a danger is really in the wintertime, Christmas season. I'm gonna go clean this up with the other sander. Be right back. Gotta even it out, or those sand lines will stick out like a sore thumb. We don't need no sore thumbs on this beautiful box. Just a spot. There's some more glue right there. Work, work, and more work. Yes, it is zebra wood. Brr. Oh, that's your new logo? What? Wait a minute. What? Oh, okay. John did that. Wait, John's here? Did I miss him? I did. What's up, John? Chat's going fast. Thinks that did. Be right back again. And then I'll bring y'all over here with me. All right. I think we're about ready. Damn it, there's a line right there. All right. Now I'm going to bring y'all over. First, we're going to pop this box. Who is texting me? Oh. So T-Mobile has got T satellite and Starlink capabilities now. I mean, that's cool. All right. Okay. I'll bring y'all over here. Sorry, I know y'all are probably getting a little seasick right now. I need to raise this up a little bit. All right. About time to change out my cardboard. It's getting a little rough. All right. Grab my other light. So y'all can see, or better yet, I'm gonna open the garage door. Let in some natural light. I might help a little bit better because this is an LED light. It's a little strobe on the camera. That's a little bit better. What y'all think? A little bit better? A little bit gooder? Move the flocking out of the way. All right. That one's almost empty and it's spitting and sputtering like crazy. All right. Do I have y'all in a good view? I do. All right. So now the fun part. In 3, 2, 1. My gosh, that's pretty. Mm. Oop, bumping the ladder. Bumping the ladder again. Don't want to touch it. Oh, who's this? Always people pulling up to my house. What you want? Yeah, I like it. Man, that zebra wood is freaking gorgeous. Well, I guess they saw me and got scared and took off. Well, I'd be scared too. Who's that big Shrek looking son of a? What is everyone from the South? Yeah, we're all from the South. That's where all the cool people at. Mine heart. You didn't know that? I was born and raised in Memphis. Well, let me restate that. I was born in Memphis. At five or six, we moved to Big Sandy, Tennessee. Lived there for about a year. Then moved to, well, hang on, let me back up. When I was one, we moved to Florida, Pensacola. My sister was born there. Then we moved to Decatur, Alabama for a year. Moved back to Memphis. Then at five, moved to Big Sandy. Then to Nashville. When I was nine, we moved back here, and I've been back ever since in Memphis. So I've been back in Memphis for a little bit, and strangely, I have survived. I do not like the way that looks around the handle. City of Decatur. Yeah, I was there. I was a little bitty thing. I remember it. I was three, but I can tell you the layout of the house and everything. I remember it pretty well. But my my brother-in-law actually lives in Alabama right now. He lives in crap. What's the name of that town? I can't remember. It's not too far outside of Birmingham. I think it's like 30, 40 minutes outside this side of Birmingham. Yeah, pop old Benner's link in there. Let's get him some scribbers. No, it ain't Jasper. Now I'm gonna have to pull open the map and look. This one fuck me. I think it starts with an R. Old Benner. I need to make sure I'm subscribed to Benner. I think I am. Pretty sure I am. Yep, I am. I am subscribed. Benner's link again. Yeah, we need it again. Throw it in there like five more times. Roanoke. I'm sorry, it's way on the other side. Good lord, I'm way on the other side of Birmingham. My bad. Yeah, they're in Roanoke, Alabama. Way over there on the Alabama Georgia line. That's right. Forget I have to drive through Birmingham to get there. That's where my brother-in-law lives. Well, I mean, Suzanne, she ain't far from the Tennessee line. She's close to being all being awesome. Dinkadina, really? It ain't that bad, is it? Is it really that bad over there? What's up, creature? That was mighty kind of you last night, giving away your win. Hope everything's working out for you today with moving towards getting that house stuff finalized. I know how stressful that crap can be. Sorry, I know I'm off camera. I'm letting everybody get a good look at that zebra wood that I just put the first coat on, let that dry. Then I'm going to lightly sand it, put another coat, lightly sand again, put another coat. Then I'm going to hit it with the steel wool and pop it with lacquer. Right now I'm sanding this top because I see just the smallest line. And it drives me crazy. Where did I put my sander? There. So yeah, letting it dry. See where it's at. Yeah, it's getting close. So yeah, that zebra wood, my gosh. I mean, it looks way different with this shellac than it does with that oil. That oil really darkens it up nice, but you're true. It's just not cutting it. Why is this being such a pain in the ass? Sorry, I know I'm all up in y'all's business right now. No, that's the same paper I need. Oh, a good sandpaper is supposed to be here today. What's it called? The something grit, whatever it is. It's supposed to be here today when I'm done with everything. Well, thank you, Beard Grooves. It'll look a little better once I get this damn box top sanded down where I want it. Of course, this is everybody's favorite part, right? That's why I'm not punishing y'all, making y'all watch it. Just make you listen to it. The only part of Texas I've ever stayed in was I've got some family in Fort Worth, and that's it. And they're my second cousins, or second cousin and his wife, and they've got like Einstein level IQs. They met each other working for NASA, and now they work for the DoD or the DOW now. And he goes out and flies out to repair fighter jets that if the mechanics can't figure out what's wrong with it, they send him, and then he goes and fixes the fighter jets. Dude's freaking genius. hit it with the 300 grit, and then I'm done. Then I'll pop the top. I've done 1,500 kilometers. They like to back into the cove because they're too lazy to actually drive around it. Yeah, it's like the last name Bice is extremely rare. There's not very. I think there's 10,000 people on record total, and so if the last name is Bice, good chance I'm related to him. Good chance. Although probably distance. All of us came from. We came from Ireland. The thing is about the Irish Bices, they weren't very well liked because they were a bunch of corrupt judges and law enforcement. And the historian that I was dealing with said, "Yeah, y'all might not want to travel there, or at least keep your last name under wraps because they like to hold grudges." Like that, no, I don't sound like any of the Vikings I know, but good looking out. What's up, Teresa? How are you? Y'all want to? Let's see. Yeah, Pop Teresa's channel in there too. She's got some pretty cool stuff she's doing here lately. Starting to put more content out. She does birdhouses and all kinds of stuff. She's got a cool garden going on in her backyard. Well, check her out. I don't want to do this. Yeah, that's. I don't want to do this. Move you. I got to send you. Just a little wet there, buddy. A little gooey. Ooh-wee. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to go for that cherry. That cherry looks pretty good with that Kiat. Now let that dry. I'll take it. Mm, mm, mm. So this box is 10 inches by 5 inches. I think I'll put some Kiat dividers in it because the Kiat's half an inch thick, so maybe I'll try to resaw it. I don't know. I'm gonna shrink y'all back down to pop you on my laser engraver here. Sit and check for a minute while that stuff dries. And I'm going to shut the garage door. Let my cool air out. All right. Yeah, Suzanne's right there at that border. Like she's this close to being perfect. She was in Tennessee, but she's in Alabama. Just playing with you, Suzanne. I like Alabama. Land is a little cheaper in Tennessee. Well, in parts of Tennessee. Like don't go around Nashville. Mm-mm. You will not find anything close to cheap land over in Nashville. I promise you that, or any within a 60 mile to 100 mile radius of Nashville. There's no such thing as cheap land. Nashville is exploding, and it's not showing any signs of slowing down. I wonder if my beautiful wifey is watching. She likes to sneak in and watch uh, on her planning period and stuff. Well, the thing is, Emily, I'm a big dude. It's gonna be hard to kidnap me. I mean, the thing is, I can't run fast anymore, so it might be easy. Yeah, I'm gonna make a fan mentioned it yesterday, making a short out of her dropping his birdhouse on my live the other day. So I think I'm gonna do that because the look on her face was just pure shock and terror, and he said that it was all he could do to keep from falling out of his chair laughing. Like he was almost on the floor, and he had tears going down his face. So we talked yesterday for about 2 hours on the phone, and he said, um, "You can hardly hear me. Can anybody else? How am I coming through for everybody else? My microphone's on. Bird, you hear me? Turn your stuff up, Emily. Hit that volume button." But yeah, we talked for a couple hours yesterday, and he said I need to make a short out of that. I got 18 lovely, beautiful people in here. That is freaking awesome. I love y'all coming and hanging out with me, big goofy idiot. I probably got family in here watching too. My mom's probably lurking in there. My in-laws are probably lurking. So, mom, hi. my favorite mother-in-law and father-in-law, which I call my mother-in-law, my ma-in-law, and my pa-in-law. Fantastic people. They're probably lurking too. They like to lurk so high. They don't want to talk. They don't want to say hi to everybody. Well, my mother-in-law, Janet, she'll say hi every now and then because we got nothing else to do. That's right. I'm the bottom of the barrel. Oh, I love it. Bottom of the barrel. Yeah, this one I'm keeping. It's got the 5-degree miter on it for the striking ends. It's got my logo on it. I'm keeping this one. I like the little knot. I specifically kept that in there, that little knot there. And I like the little imperfections like that to give it, gives it some character, you know. I know you are, Norm, but I'm not. That's the way I see it, you know. Y'all ain't got nothing else better to do. May as well watch me, huh? BB lurking the shit. Yeah, BB likes to lurk too, and then he'll say something. This are rake pine needles. Well, I tell you what, Greg, I am so glad to know that I rank just above ranking pine needles because I got 2 giant pine trees in my yard, and I hate raking pine needles. Actually, I came up with a trick. I don't rake pine needles anymore, and I don't mow them up with my bag and mower either. Here's what I do. Around here, people like to use pine needles for lining their flower beds and mulching their flower beds and stuff. So every late fall, October, November, I put signs out in my front yard and I write, "Take what you rake" event, and tell people. I even put it on Facebook, I put it on Nextdoor. You can come and rake up and take as many pine needles as you want. They're free because a lot of some places around here sell them. And it's like, take what you rake event, and they take all their pine needles, or they take as many pine needles as they want for free to line to do whatever they want with. Even stuff, their Halloween bags and whatever, the big pumpkin garbage bag things. So for the past, all right, Norm, have a good one, my friend. For the past 4 years, I have not broken the rake out. I have my neighbors do it for free because they want the pine needles. And I had one idiot tell me on next door that I was a scam and nobody really does this and I'm an idiot and all this stuff and that nobody would ever do this. I'm like, bro, this is the 4th year I've posted this, and every year I have people come out. And so the next day, somebody came out, and I have cameras everywhere. Somebody came out with their truck, a rake, a bunch of bags, and loaded up their back of their truck, their pickup truck, full. Uh, it is on. Hang on. Let's try this. What about now? Is that probably a little better? Well, that's the thing. I plugged in my other mic. I don't know why it's not working. Huh. That's strange. So anyway, yeah, I don't rake pine needles anymore. I advertise for people to take them. Maybe it's because I plugged this in after the live was going. But I have people come and get them for me and take them away. So after that one truck came up, I took a bunch of pictures and posted them as a reply to the guy that was giving me a bunch of crap. Or it has sawdust, and that's very possible. I just got this mic. I'm thinking it's a YouTube thing because I forgot to plug it in. I plugged it in after I started the live. Or it's almost dead. Let me try the other one, see if that works any better. These are expensive microphones too. These are not the cheap ones. All right, what about now? Can you hear me now? Is that any better, clearer? Or is it about the same? Not any better. So, okay, so apparently this mic, okay, so this microphone doesn't activate when I plug it in while the live stream is going. That's what that's telling me. And the receiver is blocking the microphone on the phone. So I'm just going to leave it alone as it is. Now I know to plug in the microphone before I start the live stream. What 777? Were you asking me what kind of burner do I use? Like the pyrography wood burning thing? It is called a fire lood, LOOD. Trying to find it. Where is it? There it is. The link to it, it's on Amazon, but the link to it is on my second video. It's titled Pyrography. That's the burner I use. And if you get one of these, I'm not crazy about the stand because it's plastic and it's really lightweight too. So I glued it to the top of the main unit. Of course, don't block the airflow. But I glued it on top of there so it doesn't scoot around and stuff. Because man, it'll scoot and fly all over the place. I don't have a CNC. I wish I did, but I don't. I do have a laser. I got the Whizmaker 12 watt that Steve. So yeah, that's my logo burner. The laser engraver is a Whizmaker wand 12 watt. If you go to My Honey's Handmade, uh, Steve's video he did 2 months ago, he did a review on it. He's got a link in the description to it. If you decide to get one, he gets a little kickback for it. So if you do decide to get one, it'd be good to, I mean, if you're going to spend the money anyway, it doesn't cost you any more. He gets a little something for it. So I'm all for helping people out like that. I'm going to check this box, see if it's ready to start sanding. It looks like it is. Yep. Here. Grab my 600 grit, is what I typically like to use with the shellac. Find it. Need to get better organized. do not like how it gummed up right there. Guess I sprayed too much. Yeah, I was never really against getting a laser. I just think because I'm real big about pyrography, obviously, but the thing is, I think they have their place. Like in the farmers market setting and stuff, I guarantee I'll sell more pyrography than I will laser engraved. Just because if they want to buy the laser engraved stuff, they're just gonna buy it on Temu, Amazon, whatever. You know, they're going to these farmers markets to look for handmade stuff, and I mean that's literally what I've been told by uh, a lot of the customers that go through there. So yeah, while I do believe lasers have their place, and I rather do pyrography. I love the laser. I love it, and but if I was doing like if I had like 100 plaques to do, like Steve did, uh, there's no way I could do that with pyrography. Not a chance. I mean, there's no way I could engrave my logo with the pyrography with that fine a detail. Not a chance. I couldn't do it. Or if I did, it would take freaking forever. So yeah, I it's like I believe every tool has its place. I believe pyrography has its place. I believe laser engravers have their place. And it's kind of like you wouldn't use a hammer to chop wood in half. So that's my logic on that. I must have sprayed too much on this bottom. That's all right. That's all right. Sand it down and spray it again. Hey, you're right. Using a hammer to chop wood, that uh, go out and I think it was Mims that was talking about it. It's a big old stack of wood glued together or whatever that he just goes out and takes a hammer to it when he's stressed out, and that's his whacking stack. Take out the stresses and aggression of the day and take it out on the wood. That way you don't take it out on your family. Boy, my wife, she was a little hot last night. A couple of her students pissed her off, and she definitely had a good reason to be mad because some of these kids think they know everything and think they're the experts. They're like, well, we should have already been learning this. We should have already been doing this. And it's like, well, no freaking duh. It's like she's the teacher. She's the professional. She's been doing it 13 years. Y'all are students. I was like, well, what you need to do is get a percussionist. Get a professional percussionist in there and humble it a little bit. I mean, they're good kids. Don't get me wrong, but man, they need to be humbled a little bit. She was mad. Smash rooms? I didn't do nothing, Emily. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Yeah, she's a band director, middle and high school. So there's actually smash rooms where you can go and break stuff. I mean, I know they got like axe throwing and stuff like that, but Huh. That's freaking awesome. I need to. I wonder if they got any around here. Oh, really? It's already died down. Well, I mean, it must not have been all that popular. I'm just now hearing about it. What's up, Mike O? Non-moderator Mike O. There's four of them in Memphis. Brewer, the whole city of Memphis is a smash room. That's all they do is shoot up and destroy shit. That is all they do in Memphis: shoot up and destroy. Craze. All right, yeah, I'll check that out. I mean, they got a bunch of firing ranges, shooting ranges, and stuff around here, which I enjoy. But I've never heard of a smash room where you just go in and break stuff. That's uh, that's a new one for me. I have to admit. I'm not too worried about getting the corners. Yeah, Memphis is a big shooting area. Trust me, I know. I've lived here my entire life. I know. There's certain parts of Memphis that I have never been to. I mean, I went to college at Christian Brothers University, and they're down over off Central and East Parkway, right across the street from the fairgrounds, which they can't do a fair there anymore because too many people got shot. So now they moved the fair over here to Germantown, Cordova, for the Delta Fair, and now it's gotten that bad. You can't go to the fair without fear of getting shot. So it won't be long, I don't think, before they start shutting that one down. What's going on, Madrano? What you talking about, Emily? You're naming all these cities. I've been to Sevierville. I've been to Murfreesboro. My stepbrother lives in Smyrna. My brother-in-law just moved back here from Murfreesboro. Only place I've been in Memphis have been on the south side of. Yeah, I worked over on the south side for a long time, over by the airport, and yeah, it's pretty rough over on the south side of Memphis. It's not an area you really want to stay too long. I do not like how finish just gummed up there. I don't know why it did that. Never had it do that before. That's all right. We gonna make it right. Drove straight to where my pickup was, got loaded, and got the F out. Yeah, yeah, because the south side of Memphis is primarily where all the warehouses and distribution centers and all that stuff are. Because I worked at Penske Truck Leasing over off of Getwell, just north of Airways, not Airways, Shelby Drive. And yeah, that was a rough part of town. I do not. I'm just going to scrape this off. It ain't going to sand right. It gummed up too much, and I do not know why. Maybe I oversprayed. Just sand it back down. Just the first coat, it doesn't matter much. And I'm a perfectionist. And if it's gummed up, it's going to gum up the entire time. Oh, smash rooms. Okay. Oh yeah, if you drove up to Memphis uh from Tunica, you drove up 61 and came up 3rd Street. Ooh, yeah, that's not a good area at all. 3rd Street's rough. Yeah, ever since they made that new, interstate way through Memphis, but if you take the old way up 61, it turns into 3rd Street. Yeah. If you don't count at least 30 prostitutes coming up 3rd Street, then it is a weird day. All right, 777. Have a good one. All right, let's. Man, how did it do this? It just. I'm just gonna take it all off. It's like just a. It's like a 5-year-old came up and wiped a snot slimer all over the side of this thing. Let's paint it back down to the woods. Start again. At least on this spot. Now it's gone. Now we're good. All right, round 2. Let's see. Let's get you first. Now let's pop you right home. Then I'll bring you fine people over here with me. And we do this again. So this time we're going to do a lighter coat and not get so crazy with it. No, don't do that. Bad box. Man, that grain is pretty. How about that for zebra wood? I tell you what, I've never seen a zebra that looks like that. That'd be one funky zebra, wouldn't it? And that Kiat top, yeah, it looks pretty good with it. Yeah, they're 3/4. I would have resawn them, but 3/4, resawing that in half first. I don't have a bandsaw big enough, but I usually make the boxes 1/2 inch, and I don't like them making them smaller than 1/2 inch. And I don't have a miter spline jig yet either. And if I did them thinner than 1/2 inch, I'd really want to put miter splines in them. But yeah, being 3/4, any bigger than that, I would have it resawn. But yeah, the 3/4 inch is pretty much the limit I want to go to on making the boxes, or it's just going to get too heavy. Yeah, I think whoever gets that box is going to like it. And if I don't sell that box by the time I hit maybe 1,000 subscribers, maybe I'll give that one away at 1,000. But something tells me I'll sell this box before then. At 500, oh, so my next giveaway I'm gonna do at 300, which we are rapidly approaching. I'm already at 259. Um, I'm gonna do one at 300. I don't know what the giveaway is gonna be yet, but I do know that I'm going to make it a selection. Like, I'm gonna have 2 items, and the winner can pick from those 2 items. One is gonna be a wood burner because it was so popular. So many people are wanting one, and you know, people are starting to buy them too and stuff like that. So I'm just like, well, I'm gonna leave one of them, one of the options of wood burner. The other thing, I don't know. I'll have to think about what I'm going to give away for that one, or add with the burning. How much would it sell for that box? You got me. My guess is compared to the other boxes, I usually ask BV and Van for their opinion on pricing, and I trust both of their judgment, and especially Van because he's pretty much in the same market I'm in. Uh, the Bolivian rosewood box I made that's pretty similar in size to that one. It's the same thickness too. Um, I've got priced at 250, but that zebra wood was a little bit more expensive than the Bolivian rosewood. Well, no, it was about the same. So yeah, I'd probably put that box at anywhere between 200 and 250. Um, Now the mallets. Let me go grab my mallet. The big mallet I made last night. So the Bolivian rosewood. This is the Bolivian rosewood box I made, and it would go. I was told between 200 and 250 for it. This is Bolivian rosewood with the Kiot top with the Bolivian rosewood handle. So there's that one. And this is the mallet that I made last night. It is also Bolivian rosewood with maple and a maple handle. And I call it the husband tamer. And it's got a 5-degree miter on the striking end. And I took a while to shape it to where it's not perfectly square and all that stuff. So this one was a fun build. I love this one. This one is that's going to be really hard to give away. But I asked about almost said don't get yourself canceled with your engravings. Yeah, I don't care about being canceled. Screw those snowflakes. It's a friggin' joke. They can get over it. You know what I mean? But let me show you. This is where I got the joke. This little mallet right here, my grandparents had it hanging in their kitchen for freaking decades. Husband tamer has got a little cave people, wife trainer. Now it's got the husband carrying the wife, and now here it's got the wife carrying the husband. So yeah, that's where I got it from. It's just a little decorative mallet, whatever. My grandparents had it for decades. So if anybody wants to cancel me over that, yeah, I really ain't worried about it, and I really don't care. Let them get mad. And I specifically made the husband tamer one bigger because it takes a lot more to knock some sense into the guys, right? Right. So yeah, this it's gonna be hard to let this one go. I love this thing. That Bolivian rosewood is freaking gorgeous. But yeah, that's these. If you haven't ever made a good mallet, go do it. It's a lot of fun. And this is an inch and a half, which is great for my hands because my hands are. I got Wreck-It Ralph mitts. And 10 degree, 5 degree, that's good. That's good for me. But yeah, I, any of them snowflakes want to cancel me over that, they can just go melt themselves. But the mallets, I asked BV what he thought I should price them at, and then I asked Van, and I was thinking 90, $100, something like that. They said no, no way in hell, and they said 250 to 300 minimum. And the one that Van made that he'd given away for his 500, he said he wouldn't pay less than 300 for it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. My jaw hit the floor. I was like, there ain't no way these things are worth that. No way. And they're like, yeah, all right, I'll give it a shot. We'll see. I mean, I do them the exact same way they do it. We'll see. It's like I just don't think I'll get that much for them because I'm not like established. I'm not a known woodworker in the area or anything yet. Now, if I was established and had a rep built and everything, then like yeah, probably, but I don't see myself getting anything like that for them right now. But hey, you never know. I'll throw the bait in the water and see if something bites. If it don't, I'll try something new. Yeah, exactly. See, that was my thought. If I could sell them for that, I mean, I listed them. I put them on Facebook Marketplace, which probably ain't the best place to put that stuff, but I listed them for a little under that, just to see. And I think the the market, the woodworkers market I'm going to this weekend. I'm going to ask them to see what they think because they know this market better than anybody, and I'll see what they think because they'd be the ones I'd be selling it to. I knew a lady that sold. Oh, there's a bunch of those here in Memphis. There, Beard. A whole bunch of them. And it's not like these mallets are hard to make. It's they're quite easy actually, easier than I thought they would be. I was a little intimidated at first, but they're really not that hard. You just have to be patient, get your measurements right. Well, it's pretty much the deal with everything, isn't it? But I do trust Van. He said that, and it's especially knowing this area, he wouldn't take less than 300 for it. I think his was maple, purple heart, and walnut. Yeah, I don't trust Etsy. I don't trust Etsy. I don't trust. See, what I did, I actually took my phone, took a picture of it, and asked Chat GPT, told it exactly what it was made out of, and asked Chat GPT, and it said 100 to $150, 90 to 110 for local market kind of stuff. But if you're doing it online, you have to account for taxes and shipping and all that stuff. So it said 100 to 150. But yeah, I just don't see myself getting that much for them. And Etsy, there's no telling what. I mean, those mail. I mean, it's just I don't trust online stuff. I really don't. Because uh, Ramon, I don't know if they listed the dimensions or not. Ramon ordered a Vice, and the Vice came in, and it's like this big. Yeah, Van's the man. Like, look, hey, if he says that he sells those mallets for $300, I mean, his is nicer than mine. I give him that. There's no doubt. And it's a little bit bigger, but if he says he sells them for 300, wouldn't take less for it, and he's actually sold them. It's worth a shot, right? Well, I got nothing to lose. Yeah, so many sellers are overseas. You don't really know what you're getting. They might say it's cherry, but it's really not cherry. For the regular Joe just looking online, all they know is it's cherry stained pine. You know. Yeah, see, that's a problem I see a lot too, creature, is there's a lot of people that love to undercut others around this area just so they can make a quicker sale, which that scheme would never work long term. There's no way they could sustain it, but they sell all their stuff faster and make less money. Well, it takes up the market share, and they think they're doing well. All they really care about is getting rid of their stuff, selling it, not actually making money. I see people do it all the time and not selling it for what it's actually worth, and it hurts everybody else. It's ridiculous. But then I see people charging an absorbent amount for something that I know isn't worth that. Yeah, exactly, John. Everybody wants to undercut everybody else so they can sell theirs first, even if they take a loss doing it. And it's the dumbest thing ever because why would you screw yourself out of making money? just so you could be first. I mean, yeah, if you're going to undercut, fine, but don't undercut by, 30, 40%. That's stupid. Undercut by 5%, undercut by $5, not $30. I have an AI agent. I have only been training for a year on me. I ask it to research boutique stores, Etsy, Shopify, local Facebook groups, marketplace, analyze the pricing. Huh. Yeah, I can see when I ask ChatGPT, it pulls information from, all those places and does the analysis for me. The going rate, the current going rate. Now, if I was a known name brand like Cat's Moses or John Malecki or whatever and made a mallet, yeah, I could probably sell them for $300 all day, every day. But not me, not no nobody that nobody's ever heard of. You're right, Beard. Handmade in America. It used to mean something. Yeah, there are. And the funny thing is, John, you find those people at farmers markets, like the ones that I do every month. Those are the ones that's where you find those people that appreciate handmade goods. Time to listen to Bice reading, chat, and responding. 2 hour drive, and then another. I ain't gonna be on here for 4 hours. I can tell you that right now. That ain't happening. So you might want to rewind and listen again. Old path. I'll trade you a couple pins for a mallet. I could do that. Dang it. Also, it's not a damn thing. Watching Just look at this mallet. Just look at it. Just look at it. Your employee is doing something productive. He's watching me gripe and moan about stuff. All right, I'm gonna go spray this real quick. But yeah, if I was established like Daniel and had a brand name and people knew who I was and had a rep, or even Van that's been in his area for decades making stuff and selling it, yeah, I could probably get that for those mallets. But just starting out, nah, I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. But hey, it's one time that I would like to be wrong. I would like to be wrong. So I hope I'm proven wrong. It then takes my cost plus 30%. If cost is higher, we go with that. If cost plus is higher, we go with that. If analysis is higher, we go with that number. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Did the pouty face keep you on here for? No. There's only one pouty face in this world that will ever work on me, and that's my wife. You feel what comment was directed at you, Emily? I'm confused. And if I have to ask that question, it obviously wasn't directed at you because I don't know what the heck I said. Oh, I ain't, creature. I'm not really talking down on myself. I'm proud of my work. I'm just saying that. Look, I got an MBA. I know business, and I do not have an established reputation in this market yet, and I don't think that I can demand those prices with the limited reputation that I have. I mean, I might be the best woodworker in Memphis, but without the reputation and the foundation there, there's no way a customer is going to know enough about me to have confidence that that product is really worth what it's worth. That's all I'm saying. I haven't been doing it long enough and built the foundation long enough. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying that my stuff is garbage. I know it's not, but quality usually does override reputation. But the reputation does help. I mean, that's just business. I mean, if you say there's two burger joints and you want a cheeseburger, are you going to go to some place that just opened up that no reviews, nobody knows about, you don't know what it's like, or you're going to go to a place that's got your favorite burger that you always get? I don't know about you, but I'm going to go if I'm hungry enough. I mean, if it's just random day, yeah, I might try that. I might try that other place. But no, if I really want a good cheeseburger, I'm going to go to the place I know I'm going to like it. Go build you a mallet, Keith. Go do it. Just make sure you're using hardwood. But no, I'm not doubting my talent one bit. I know I need both. I need both the the foundation and reputation built and get myself out there, get my name out there and all that stuff. That's why I'm building the stuff now to show, and that's why I'm doing this woodworkers market with all these other professional woodworkers. That way I can learn from them for one, introduce myself to them, get, in that niche market and let them see and judge my work and see for themselves and maybe show them, hey, this is what I'm made of. This is what I can do. This is why I'm doing that market. I'm not doing this market to make money. I'm doing this market to build the rep and gain some knowledge and get some advice on things that they might do different or they might change, or even even maybe a little praise like, dude, that's freaking awesome. You're just getting started. You're doing this. You're good. So yeah, it's not doubting my capability. It's doubting the optics of the market. It's just it's the way my MBA business brain works, and that's all it is. The optics of the market means a lot. I mean, look how YouTube does. If your video is not getting any views or likes, they don't put you in the algorithm. So okay, but if your video is getting views and likes and they know and they're confident that you're going to be watched, they pop you in the algorithm because they know they're going to make money on it. It's the same thing. It's just business. Yeah, you're right, John. And that's why I took their advice. That's why I listed them there at the prices that they're at. I listed the mallets. I listed the pair up for 550. Because I took $50 off the smaller one. So I listed that pair for 550 and the other two at 275. Kind of split the difference between 250 and 300. So yeah, it's all about, do I think I'll get it? I'm just saying I'd be more confident that I could sell it at that price, at that high end price, with an established name and with a reputation than I would where I'm at right now. That's all I'm saying. And the quality and everything, it will build the reputation. It will happen. I'm just saying I'm not there yet. But that's why I'm building this stuff and doing the stuff I'm doing, because I'm trying to get there. That's why I'm doing this market. Down the street at this woodworker shop. I want to put myself into that market and get there. Wish I could find a local woodworkers club around here in Tupelo. It's Gumtree Wood. Yeah, see this place that I get my exotic wood from. They have a membership club. They have a monthly meeting. Um, they do giveaways. They have classes. They've asked me to come in and teach pyrography, so I'm going to take them up on that. Me and the manager are going to talk about that on Saturday. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna join that. Start going to their monthly things, and but yeah, it's I know my stuff is. I know the quality of my creations is good, and I'm confident in what I do. It's just my brand isn't where I want it to be yet, and I know I got to get it there, and that's how I got to do it. It's just get out there, hand out my card, talk to other woodworkers, get doing these markets and stuff, and it will help. Building that rep will help me sell things like this at that high end tier. So, but like, on Facebook Marketplace, I have no ratings. I just got back on Facebook a few months ago. You really think they're going to look at my listings with 0 stars, 0 ratings, and think, oh, gosh, this guy's probably a scammer? You know, this stuff ain't really worth what he's saying it's worth. Who knows? I don't know. It's just that's why they put those ratings there. So, are they? There's a difference between what it's worth and what I think I can get for it. Are they worth $300? If Van and Daniel say they are, they are. Now, can I get that much for them? Probably not. Not not yet. Not until I establish my brand, establish a base, and get there. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying my stuff is garbage. I know it's not, and I appreciate the confidence that y'all are trying to instill in me and all that stuff. But that's not the problem. Yeah, that's a good idea. What I might do is I might post my marketplace stuff. You know what? That's a good idea. I'll post the marketplace stuff in the Discord. I didn't think about that because I've got my boxes on there too. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll post it in the Discord. I don't even know if I have my Discord on my iPad. Oh, well, looks like I got to go spray bugs again. Daughter's got ants in her bedroom coming up through the window. Yay! And I know exactly where they're coming from too. What's up, Daniel? Bice, Bayou. Man, I ain't in the Bayou. I'm not far, but I'm not there. They must have been burning. We were just talking about you, my friend. Well, not about you, but I was telling them how I reached out and asked about these what I could get for these mallets. This is the one I made last night. Bolivian rosewood and maple, hard maple, and I named her husband tamer, and the other one is wife trainer. But that Bolivian rosewood is freaking gorgeous. And I was just telling them that I I asked you what they would go for. This one's mine. I'm keeping this one. That's the zebra wood, cherry, and maple. I'm keeping that one, and I'm keeping this one. This one is just cherry maple and walnut. And I left that not in that one on purpose because I just like the little distinctive imperfections. But I was just dumbfounded. And Van said the same thing you did, about what I could get for them. And I was thinking, could they get that much for them? Yeah. Could I, without my brand being published yet or anything like that? Probably not. But hey, I'd love to be proven wrong, and so that's why I've listed them. They're up. We'll see what happens. But oh crap, that means I gotta go get them. John, thank you. I appreciate it, jackass. So now, since John sent my wife 1,500 freaking googly eyes, I'm gonna have them all over my shop now. The eyes will be watching me. Let's see, ZB, we put two-tiered flower stand, and a lady came by and asked if we would take $5 for it. The materials and screws we put together was 30. Yeah, people don't want to pay for anything these days because they just don't know. All right, BB, sweet. Can't wait for it to drop. I'm glad you stopped by. I appreciate it. The wood comb sell very. I've never made a wood comb. It'd be worth a shot. Give it a shot. Try it. Because that's what I do with these markets is I make a bunch of different things and a few of them to see what sells and what doesn't. And honestly, it's been hit or miss for like say like my Pyrograph cell phone holders and tablet holders that I make. I for three markets in a row didn't sell one, but my last market, the one before Mother's Day, I sold six of them. So yeah, you just never know. That's why I have like six or seven different products, sometimes more, out at my booth, and I make multiples, and just I try not to keep it more than that because then or make more than that because then people get confused and overwhelmed, and yeah, that's sometimes the stuff sells fast, sometimes it takes a couple markets. It just depends on the season and what holidays coming. Like right now is the time to start selling the patriotic stuff. Like man, I love you, BB. I appreciate that. Oh, get them comments rolling. See, he knows how it works. That's awesome. But yeah, it's people ask me all the time, well, what's selling in the markets? It's like I have no idea. You just never know. I mean, but yeah, I always try to stay focused down on what holiday or what events coming up. Like the Fourth of July, the patriotic stuff right now. Over the next couple months, it's going to be selling like freaking wildfire. I mean, it's the 250th anniversary of our country. It's going to be a big celebration. People are going to be a little more patriotic than normal. Uh, so yeah, get geared up for the patriotic stuff is my recommendation. If you're selling for the rest of May and all of June, you'll sell it. I mean, Lenny told me the other day his flag sales are a little slow right now. I was like, well, that's probably why is because the market right now, a lot of the people are pushing that stuff in the markets just because it's the 250th anniversary, and a lot of people are seeing that, so the market's flooded with it. So if you can take advantage of it, go for it. Yep. But yeah, asking or offering $5 for that two-tiered planter, that's I'd tell that lady go pound sand. That's crazy. I mean, that's a lady that doesn't know what any of that stuff's worth and just wants something basically for free. I mean, anybody that knows anything about woodworking knows that this stuff is the materials are worth way more than $5. Mine are. I have not sold many of the little wooden games and stuff. Now the little robot guys that like Daniel did on the video, I do have a few of those out on my tables, and the kids really like them. The kids love them. It reminds them of little Minecraft guys. But parents are always, oh, we got to look around and make sure what you want and all this stuff, and but for the kids stuff, my wife sells her little crochet plushies she makes, and they're awesome. She sells a bunch of them. She sold probably 8 or 10 of them the last market we did. What's up, Calvin Cooper? Community Woodcraft. That is oh crap, it just went out my brain. Phil, right? Is it Phil? Please tell me it's Phil. I want to make sure my memory ain't screwed. Oh crap! I didn't show BV my zebra wood box. Gummit. Oh well. He'll see it when I put a short up of it. Man, I'm seeing it on my computer screen. That thing is pretty too. So community, did I get it right? Is it Phil? Man, the grain in the zebra wood, it almost looks like stretched spandex. I wish I could show it on camera, but I doubt it'll show up. It is so weird, funky looking, but it looks so cool. Yeah, I'll send him a text. Well, I mean, he's filming right now, so I'll do it later. I do has his number. I like that little live edge right there. That's a nice touch. Yeah, I think BV already bounced. Calvin, he's out there filming, but he saw me on and wanted to help me out with the algorithm a little bit. I tell you what, there's nobody like that dude right there. That dude is genuine, the goat. Gummed up again, same spot. I have no idea why it's doing that. There's nothing on the wood. Yeah, I've made a bunch of cornhole boards in the past. Um, Gosh, I've probably made, I'd say at least 10, 15 sets, at least, and sold them. Yeah, I'm going to have to stand this all the way down again, too. Heck, why is it coming up right there? It's only this one spot. Anyway, I make the cornhole boards. I make a hand paint, um, and I do custom orders for those, and I sell those for 300 a set, depending on how much customization I do, which I usually do a lot. Um, and I don't include bags because I want them to order their own bags. But yeah, I haven't sold I haven't sold any cornhole boards in a long time. I mean, I advertise for them a lot. I don't carry them to the markets with me anymore, just because I'm always having to carry them back, and they're a pain in the ass, and they take up too much room. But I've done a lot of cornhole boards. To refinish that. No big deal. The shellac just to fill in gaps anyway. The real test, the real coat, is the lacquer. Gummed up here too. There's something in this shellac that's just that gum. Made a set for a school donation and an auction. Her husband liked the quality. She was finishing. See, I've had a lot of people come by and ask for my card, and they see the because I put up a digital uh, picture frame up in my booth that's cycling through pictures of all my work, and I have a lot of cornhole boards in those pictures. And I've had a lot of people ask me for my card because they want to reach out to me later to cornhole boards. Well, I've yet to hear from anybody ordering cornhole boards. So, and it's about to be summer, big time summertime. So, and they take a while to make. I mean, building them, I can build them in a day. That's not a problem. It's the painting and the finish takes a lot of time. Yeah, I've got a little mineral oil, but it's not it's not that. It's like just it's boogering up for some reason. I've never had this happen before. I don't know if it's something in the wood or if it's a contaminant in that can of shellac. I've never had that happen before. It's only doing it on certain parts of the box. Hmm. Calvin, I am finishing up a zebra wood keepsake box, and the top is made out of keyot with a cherry handle. All right. Where's my steel wool? That's what I want. Yeah, that helped a lot. Steel wool, I've found that works a little bit better than sandpaper, but man, it makes a mess. Yeah, washer pit. Yeah, what would be good, Emily, is on the back side of the board, if you want to do a washer pit, do something to where you can kind of screw on like a plastic tub, or slot it in the bottom of the board that catches the washer, so you don't have to dig through the grass. That would work, because I used to play washers when I was a kid. We played washers all the time before cornhole became a thing. Saw a guy, his business card had a preparation where the customer could write their name and phone number on the bottom, tear it part off, drop it in a box in the booth. Huh. See, actually, I have order forms at my booth with a book. I leave it out. It's got a sign next to it for people, they order forms. I've got a catalog they can browse through. Um, on my business cards, I these are my business cards. That's the front, and in the back, I've got, there I am doxing myself. I got my phone number. I don't care about. I ain't like I'm gonna post this. My email address, and I've got my QR codes for Facebook and YouTube. No, I didn't see the ones y'all made. Yeah, that is smart, Keith. I don't know if anybody up here would do that, just because a lot of people up here are weird and introverted. So I'm not sure how many would do it, but it's not a bad concept. It's definitely something to think about. But I've got order forms and a catalog out that they can look through and see everything that I've made, and that way they see something they like, they can order it. And now with this laser, I can specialize and customize however they want. So that's a big thing. And one thing that I did uh, at one market is I took my pyrography pen with me. I was doing pyrography in the booth while people were there watching, which helps, boost sales, because they actually see, holy crap, he does do this by hand. So I take that stuff with me, which I'm going to do this Saturday too. Smooth that out, because that was definitely going to show up. A little overspray. Let's put paper towel in there, because this steel wool likes to, it gets a little dusty. Once it gets in that suede, it does not like to come out. Is booger ring up a Memphis woodwork? Boogering up? Yes. If it boogers up, it means it's gumming up and turning into a booger. Looks like a booger. Or if you booger something up, you messed it up. That's not technically a Memphis term. That's a Southern term. Should be getting there in the next 15 to 30 minutes. That's a pretty cool clock he made. I like that thing. I got to finish the clock I started last week. I got to finish my wife's crochet thing. I haven't done that. I'm slacking. I just get I get easily distracted and think of something else to do, and I start it and I leave the other thing behind. Watch your ears. My bad. Vacuum cleaner. I haven't looked at my email yet, Emily. I've been doing this the whole time. And I'm not logged into that email on my iPad. All right. I am going to, what do I want to do? Do I want to do one more coat of shellac? Hmm. Yeah, I think I do. Because I had to sand this down almost back down to the bare wood again, but I'm afraid it's going to booger up on me again. It's filled it enough. I think it's time for lacquer. I think it's time for the good stuff. I usually that's where I stop. It's two. That's where I stop with these. Like I did two coats of shellac and then two coats of lacquer, and then I did two coats of paste wax. So I'm the same way. Started priming the garden workbench, sitting outside, slightly sanded. And yeah, I get halfway done, and then I start thinking about doing something else. And it's usually when it's if I leave something unfinished at the end of the day, I rarely go back to it the next day. I start doing something else. I set it aside and start doing something else. I have a terrible habit of that. All right, lacquer time. This is the good stuff. I'll bring y'all over here in a second. I'll get it staged and sitting on a couple of small cans so it's up off of the table or my deep freezer. This is my deep freezer. I use it as a no. I don't do miter splines on these for two reasons. One, I don't have a miter spline jig. I haven't made one yet. And two, this wood is so thick that I really don't need miter splines at this point. It'd just be a decoration. Um, but yeah, I mean, I do want to put miter splines in, but I tried pulling this thing apart and it ain't going nowhere. If I can't break it apart, my wife can't even break it. So, and being just a keepsake box, I'm really not worried about it being put under a lot of stress. Now, if it was quarter-inch wood, oh heck yes, I want miter splines in it. But being 3/4 inch thick, no, it's got enough glue space there. It'll be fine. Mm, the light's not really that good over here. Oh yeah, y'all can see it, I guess. I'm sure she'll find a way, Trevor. I don't put nothing past her. I really don't. She's like, like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Life finds a way. Well, Amanda finds a way to destroy things. That's just the way it is. I still got to make that short of her dropping Van's birdhouse. All right, that's enough for now. Look how shiny that is. Ooh-wee. By the time I'm done with this, you're going to be able to see yourself in it. Well, not yourselves, but you know what I mean. And yeah, beard. I've heard about doing the mineral spirits and sanding. It helps break it up, and it's almost like wet sanding. Um, but it helps break up the top layer. But the thing is that where I was having the issue, if I had the issue over the entire surface, then yeah, I probably would have done that. But it was only in a couple little spots, so that's why I didn't do it. But yeah, if I needed to sand down, and if it had done that on the entire piece of wood, then heck yeah, I would have done that. All right, now that I've got a minute, check Emily's email. Like I've got these two cornhole boards I built last year, and they're done. Or when did I build those? No, it was January. Uh, but I've got to. I don't see an email. I didn't sell them, so I donated them. I'm donating them to my wife's band, and I'm waiting on her to make me decals to put on them. Well, let me make sure it didn't go to my spam, Emily. I don't know why it would. No, there's no spam, no nothing. The last the last email I got from you was a response about the Cardinals. So it must not have come through yet if you already sent it. Because the only other email I got was Miss Francis today about a sticker swap. That big box behind you is which big? This one right here? That's my Bolivian rosewood with Kiat. That's the same top as the other one. Slave flocked and lined, just like Daniel does his. Yeah, that's my Bolivian rosewood box. Same stuff I made. Same wood as this mallet, but I liked the chatoyance and the grain pattern of this one better, so that's why I made that one into a box and decided to do these as mallets. This one I really don't want to sell. I kind of want to keep it. But yeah, Trevor. I mean, Amanda can break anything. I love her to death. She's my best friend, my favorite person in the world. But she can mess up a one-car funeral. I love her to death. I think that's one of the reasons I love her is that she makes me laugh, and that's one of the things that makes me laugh is her clumsiness because she laughs at it too. She thinks it's funny. Every time she gets up off the couch because she's so long-legged, I tell her she stumbles and walks around like a newborn giraffe. If you've ever seen that, you know what I'm talking about. So every time she stands up from sitting down, she wobbles and weebles and like a newborn giraffe, and it's cute as hell. And honestly, I don't want to sell this mallet. I love how it's shaped, how I did this with I did it a little bit tighter than what Daniel does because Daniel he stops at about here to where there's a nice square in the middle. Well, I did it all the way up to the center, so it's a nice, just slight curve, and then sand it down. That was a fun one. I did that one yesterday, and yeah, I might keep it. I don't know. If somebody offers me what I want for it, it's leaving. It's being sold. But now I got to figure out what to do. I might make another box. Hell, I don't know. I've got this Paduke. I've got that Kiat, which Kiat I'm not going to use on a mallet. It's too soft. But the Paduke, and I've got another board of Paduke about that long. But I'm not sure if I've got something to use as a top for the Paduke. I'd like to use walnut, but I'm out of walnut. But hey, the store's right down the street, so gosh, I gotta clean this garage up. 25 people watching right now? Good Lord. Y'all are awesome. The chat died, but y'all are awesome. How thick of wood do you use for the bottom? Oh, I'm just now seeing your question, Brian. I use for the bottom. I use 1/4 inch MDF. I got you making sawdust, right? Uh huh. Yeah, that's what it was. I figured. But yeah, I use 1/4 inch MDF or like the what is it, Luann, Lowen, whatever hardwood sheets you can get pre-cut 2 feet by 4 feet at Lowe's. You can get one of those for like $9. Um, but I use that. Yeah, MDF or any other any other hardwood should be fine. I'm pretty sure MDF is what BV uses. Um, but yeah, that's what I use in mine. And then I use the same suede flock he uses, and I've got my yellow flocking tube and a can of matte black spray paint that I use to adhere it. I need to check and make sure. I need to go find those googly eyes and throw them in the trash. I'll be right back. Y'all hear that? All them damn googly eyes from John. Oh, that gum you, John. I'm really not mad. I think it's funny. I think it's cute. Whatever makes my wife happy. Whatever makes my wife happy makes me happy. And if it's at my expense and my torture, so be it. So this is what John sent me. 1,500 googly eyes for Amanda, multicolored, I might add, for Amanda to plaster all over my shop. You're evil, John. Evil. How do I make my wedges for my mallet handle? I just take the whatever hardwood I want to use for the wedge, cherry, walnut, whatever that really kind of matches. It goes with the handle. Put the miter saw at 5 degrees horizontally, 5 degrees, and cut your wedge. Then glue it and hammer it down. What do we want to see on a CNC? I don't know. It's that time of year. Let's do something patriotic. Do a big giant eagle. I would have thought you would want the grain of the edge going the lengthwise. Well, you do. So, I mean, it just depends on where you do your cut. Well, you can't really see the grain on this one. It's so dark. It just depends on where you do your cut. See, like here, if you notice, the grain of my wedge is going the same way as my center blocks. So just make sure that the thick part of your wedge has that grain going the same way. It just matters, all it really matters is where you cut it. I want to see my name on its shipping label. You see, that's one thing that drove Van nuts about his mallet, because he drilled the holes and put in dowels. Well, he wasn't paying attention. He put the dowels in, and the grains were just kind of pointing every direction instead of all of them pointing up with it. And that's all he sees now. But yeah, even this one, you see the direction of the grain here. Was I did the same. Make sure it's the same for your wedge. It's actually the same on the walnut handle too. So you just have to be careful where you cut it. Yeah, because once those dowels, I mean, he could drill them out. I don't know if he thought about that, but just drill the dowels back out. Drill a little bit bigger hole and put new dowels in. Ain't that hard. I mean, he could fix it. That's what I would do if I glued the dowels in like that and it drove me nuts. I just drill them back out and just do it over. So I got some mail. So I will do a live, not a live. I'm gonna do a live mail call right now. But I'll do a short, obviously. later. This one is from my main man, Professor Rusty. Sweet. Dang, he sent me like 3 different kinds of stickers. Van can find it for you, Keith. He's got a nose for that kind of thing. Man, he sent me some kick-ass stickers, y'all. So, Rusty, of course, sent me these 2. And then he sent me 2 of his logo, which is freaking awesome. I love his logo. And he sent me a note that I will not read out loud just because I like to keep things personal. Oh, that's awesome. And I keep all my mail calls, all of them that I receive. I keep all the letters, all the cards. I keep all of it. So it means a lot to me. So I keep every single one. Brr. Yeah, my shop gremlin is 6 feet tall and has red hair. And this mail call is from Heather B. and Joey and Ricky B. There's Joey's, and there's Heather's, and there's Ricky's. I will toss theirs up on my board too. That is awesome. You know, that's one thing that was really starting to bother me is because I'd reached out to a bunch of people and I'd already sent out a bunch of stickers and I hadn't received any yet. Then I noticed Van, his board was already half full. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So I started really putting out there for sticker trades, and boy, y'all didn't disappoint. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 stickers now. What's up, Jim? How's your eye doing, man? Oh, that's cool, Joseph. I appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of us from his crew, man. Everybody makes good content. Definitely check them out. No, you're good, Greg. And I know Jim, he only sends out stickers like once a month because it's easier on him and he doesn't forget and stuff. I know that's why I haven't gotten his yet. So no hard feelings there either. But yeah, my board was looking awful lonely, and then I'm seeing vans fill up. Like, no, we can't have this. This ain't gonna work. But yeah, Joseph, I appreciate you coming in, my friend. Hey, Jim, let me show you. This is what I'm working on today, and she is turning out white pretty. Zebra wood keepsake box that I'm doing. I'm trying not to drop it, but I've got the man, the chatoyance on that piece, those inner pieces, man, that's just. So this is the zebra wood box I'm working on, and I'm on the lacquer stage now, and yeah, that's not doing like I wanted it to do. 24-hour post-op, a little swollen in the cornea, but good so far. Good, man. Oh, dude, Trevor, man, you can't help how slow the mail is, and you definitely can't help that they. I think I know what happened. What happened is that pin got caught up in their mechanical mail sorters and got ripped out of the envelope. I think that's what happened to those that the pin got lost because I think Radar's pin was there, but it had busted the envelope open there. It's barely in there. So I think that's what happened. All I know, Emily, is fire smells hot. But Trevor, I mean, dude, you're the fourth one I've got. That's dude, you're way up there on the list, man. You're the I mean, only three other people beat it here and yours came from, Canada? Come on, bro, you're good. Here's the thing, Trevor, I know that you're the first one to send me one. I may not have gotten it first, but I know you're the first one to send me a sticker. So that I will never forget. You will always be the first. Oh, so okay, so yeah, you weren't just the first sticker that was sent to me. That was the first sticker you'd sent. That's awesome. Don't try to sniff flames. Yeah, it's not a good idea. I don't recommend it. 0 out of 10. It's a good excuse, soldier. Good excuse. I try not to sniff fire, but I do like the way burning stuff, well, some burning stuff smells like firewood. I mean, I do a lot of pyrography, so I'm always burning something. I guess I ought to check to see what my battery is at on my phone. If it'll even tell me. Come on, sticker. Dadgummit. Ever burn on any leather? No, I have not burned on leather. However, that will probably be changing in the near future because I did buy some leather straps to put on these mallets, and I might laser engrave some of the leather. So there's that. All right, gonna put old Rusty's sticker up here. Professor Rusty. I like old Rusty. He's a good guy. There we go. All right, his is on the board. Put the other one on my toolbox. I only use veg tan, not chrome tanned. I have engraved and cut leather on my laser. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do it. I've just never had the opportunity, but that day is swiftly approaching. I mean, I've engraved a lot of grill marks on steaks, if that counts. I have done that many times. All right, Rusty is now on my toolbox. Yep, you're right, 100%. Different materials put out different fumes. Don't breathe any of them. Highly recommend not breathing any of them. I worked in a diesel mechanic shop for 10 years. So God only knows how much damage my lungs have taken from breathing in all that exhaust for so many years, because we didn't have, and we had some ventilation, but we didn't like hook up ventilation like to the exhaust pipes and stuff. We didn't have that kind of setup. We just had the exhaust fans in the roof. I imagine it does smell bad. I mean, I will say the laser engraving on wood smells different than when I do the pyrography on it. It's same wood, very different smell. The email finally sent. Let me see if I can. Still ain't got it, but maybe it'll take a minute. Yeah, I breathed in those diesel exhaust fumes for 10 years. Probably not good. My lungs probably have another 5 years left on them. They're out of warranty. I mean, when I was born, my lungs already weren't developed. And I've got scars that keep the tissue adhered to my rib cage from when they stuck tubes in me to keep me alive, because both my lungs collapsed. So had I not been born at Baptist Memorial Hospital here in Memphis, they were the only neonatal ICU. Had I not been born there, I wouldn't have lived. You know, I have everybody else's sticker, the shop stickers, but man, these stickers are cool. Sawdust is man glitter, measure twice, cut once, then force it to fit. I love that. I want to put them on the same board, so I'm gonna. My board, I can do what I want. All right, Beard, man, I hope you feel better, my friend. I appreciate you hanging out with us. I really do. Get to feeling better. That's an order. Sweet. All right, stickers have been adhered. All right, so I've been on for three forevers. Let y'all see. Got the addition up there. Got the other stickers that Rusty sent there. Yeah, it's starting to get pretty full. Freaking love it. It's awesome. So I appreciate y'all coming to hang out with me. I think I'm gonna hop off here, grab me a bite to eat because I haven't eaten yet. Get ready for the wife to head home and put the last little finishing touches on this box, and I'm gonna do that mail call short. So thank y'all for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Steve, can't wait to see what you do on that CNC. And someone else put up a video I need to go watch too. Forget who it was. Who was it? I forget. Stop for fuel. All right, so yeah, your time's out, Benner. Go back and rewatch. So I love y'all. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see y'all next time.
Woo!